thing. Alright, this I'm covering over. It's going to be a tunnel. And I'll enable secure access to over here without having to build stuff on the surface and having a wall and stuff. It's more intensive to do that, labor intensive. Should move goods to the trade depot. A few bismuth bronze bolts. Interestingly, that's probably a hunter who showed up with those. Got some spare bags already at the depot, looks like. Oh no, it's not. I see. Okay. Big giant cave spider silk bag. So, yeah, that's probably dyed to boot. Expensive thing they can sell. But yeah, as a byproduct of making glass, I get all these extra bags that can keep getting me raw materials to work with my industry. Only problem is you use so much more labor making blocks that you're actually better off making stone blocks and putting a little labor into actually making trade goods. But, whatever. Don't need this many bags. Just trade them all away. And I don't have sand in them. Eventually I'll have a cloth making industry. And just make some leather bags here and there. No. Leave the giant earth. No. Eventually make my own bags. Maybe the cavefish leather one ostrich not worth exporting. I think we're 10. It's not worth the time to haul the depot, I think. All the cave spider silk bags, which are incredibly numerous. It's worth noting cave spider silk is a good material for clothing. Silk is strong, provides a little better protection against cutting injuries with its higher shear strength than most, like wool and stuff. I think leather cushions slightly better against blunt injuries, though. I suppose if you have really good armor for your dwarves, you're more concerned about blunt stuff that pulverizes the armor dwarves. There's pigtail fiber bags are worth way more. Now this compares to 350 per brass cauldron times quality multipliers. But I just started with stuff to make some brass. And a bunch of jet, sphalerite, and malachite would have made for, of course, coal. Better on bark. Anyways. Drawers fund the time, they'll move stuff to trade depot. 113 items already. Some goblets. Just use those mainly to drink. A single task actually makes 3 goblets at a time. value per task when you're making green glass goblets. I'll definitely export these higher value ones. The lower value ones, there's something for my dining halls eventually. Oh, I already have 3 mechanisms. Completely forgot about that. Make a business bronze 1, 2 for everyone. Could have made bronze bars and actually made mechanisms that were worth more, but which would be good for, I think, wells require a mechanism. Trying to add value. Then you have the architecture multiplier on mechanisms. Wells can massively increase the value of a zone. I want a rock crystal glass, so we'll import that. The Civ doesn't seem to have access to rock crystal. Cut this into gems. I could actually make a crystal glass gem window, interestingly. Actually worth more than a normal window. I think, yeah, because, well, no, because it'd be 50 times the material multiplier times quality multiplier versus value of 60 but no quality multiplier. So yeah, only if the gem window was, the normal window was very low quality. Of course, I don't have the ability to make crystal windows, so it's an unfair comparison. That's mostly for strange moods anyhow. I need pots for exporting stuff, but the highest value ones I can just export now. A few jugs. Use for various stuff. Very well made wheelbarrow. Not very well, but a somewhat well made one. The bows are good to export no matter what. Usually, I'll leave the wool one for falling. Actually, I'll need the pine as well. Anyway, a couple pedestals. They do add value to the room, but apparently displaying stuff displayed only adds value if the dwarf has a liking for the material it's made of. Of course, like artifacts can still create happy thoughts for dwarves who admire, so I'll leave the pedestals alone, I guess. If I get any artifacts, I can use the pedestals to display stuff. Maybe. Could be used to add room value if I want, though only if a dwarf is lucky enough to like the material the artifact's made of. Anyways. Yeah. I think admiring artifacts always gives happy thoughts, even if that's very well room value, but I made some green glass boxes. This is so dwarves can store their stuff in a room. I don't like using wood because wood furniture, I think it slowly decays and it definitely can catch fire. Cloth and wood, I think, slowly weather over time, if I remember. That's all fuel. Spice barrel. Contains 368 items. Oof, it's probably a lot of the forage I've done. You have 1,000. Labor efficient to sell all that stuff, apparently. What's in this? Oh yeah. See that much? It must be a different spice barrel. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, it's got food. Lots of food. It's probably worth more to keep my dwarves from having to farm for a long time than it is exporting. 15 items to be hauled to the depot. Here, now the dwarves have started on it. Dogs are growing up. Walls are slowly getting built. To double check on. Oh no. One of my glass makers has become possessed and grabbed the glass furnace. My friend Joe, I've done some other series with, started playing this game. He lost Dwarf to a strange mood because he doesn't know how those work, I think. All you have to do is give the dwarves the materials they need. And about to get my first artifact, I guess. Let's see. Burger is socializing. Guess that's got some value. I'll leave him to it for now instead of forcing. Okay. Glassmaker started mysterious construction with 2 raw green glass. Says some of the pots and such are in use. What would a pot be used to make a construction? That little icon means the same as had by a task. It's probably the dwarves are hauling it or selling. Ah, that's right. So it's probably just a rock and glass item, not worth all that much. You didn't pick the crystal glass, even though it was around. Probably don't need a really expensive artifact to tracking. Lots of ambushes and thieves. Hmm. Should probably hold off on extending the wall up north here a little bit. Things for dwarves to do. I need to extend out this moat to keep trees back from destroying some of the stuff there, but I may eventually want to flood the moat because you can still get trees to go right up against the water. Green glass goblet. That's all? This is a green glass goblet. Oh, craftsmanship. Craftsdwarf ship is of the highest quality. It's decorated with round green glass cabacons and encircled bands of point-cut green glass gems. I mean, I guess if it's used for dwarves to drink out of, they'll get happy thoughts from seeing it a lot. And green glass is one of the cheapest materials. It's fireproof. Stone would be even cheaper, so it won't do too much to draw enemies.